All right, welcome. In this explainer, we're going to do more than just talk about stress. We're actually going to build a personalized workshop together, one that gives you a practical toolkit to really take back control. So let's jump right in.
Really think about that. What if it was that simple? Look, this isn't about making stress magically disappear, because let's be real, that's impossible. This is about giving you a powerful three-step framework to manage it. So let's build it together, right here, right now.
So, where do we even begin? Step 1 is our foundation, and it's all about getting clear. You see, before you can manage stress, you have to know exactly what you're up against. It's time to name it so you can finally tame it.
Now, this simple process, it is so incredibly powerful. It takes that vague, heavy, overwhelming feeling of stress and turns it into something you can actually see and organize. You're basically taking this abstract anxiety and turning it into a concrete to-do list. The key here, though, is to be totally honest with yourself. Get everything out on paper, and then you can decide what truly needs your attention first.
And if you want to take this even deeper, you can. You can really enhance this process through some quiet reflection. Now, for some of you, that might mean prayer. For others, it could be meditation, or maybe just journaling. The goal is exactly the same, to get the wisdom you need to see past all the noise and identify what genuinely needs your focus.
Okay, so you've got your priorities clear. We're moving from just identifying the problem to actually acting on it. Step 2 is all about building your personal toolkit of practical, real-world strategies to manage these stressors day to day.
And listen, this is not about some massive, scary life overhaul. It's about weaving small, consistent habits into your day. Maybe it's just scheduling a 5-minute break every single hour, or time blocking one specific task to give it your full focus. Seriously, just picking one of these can make a huge difference.
In fact, let's try one together right now. You ready? Just breathe in with me nice and deep for 4 seconds. Now hold it for 4, and a long, slow exhale for 6. Just doing that a few times literally resets your body's stress response. It kicks on what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. That's your body's built-in rest and digest signal. It's an amazing tool you can use absolutely anywhere.
You know, another non-negotiable here is your sleep. This is just fundamental. Things like a consistent sleep schedule or a relaxing ritual before bed, they aren't luxuries. They are absolutely essential for rejuvenating your mind and your body, which is what equips you to face challenges with renewed strength.
And this offers such a powerful way to reframe the whole idea of self-care. It's not selfish. When you look at it from this perspective, it's an act of stewardship. It's your responsibility to take care of the body and mind you've been given so you can show up as your best self.
And that brings us to our final step, step 3. So, you've identified your stressors, you've got your coping tools. Now let's make sure you're not doing this all on your own. This step is all about connection and consistent self-evaluation. Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. Reacting all by yourself leads down a road of isolation and burnout, but responding with support, that builds communication, shared strength, and true lasting resilience. The outcome is just profoundly different.
So, how do you actually build that support? Well, it starts with communicating your needs and your boundaries clearly. You got to lean on the people you trust, friends, family, community groups. And please remember, seeking professional support when you need it is a sign of incredible strength, not weakness.
Now, a huge piece of making all this stick is personal accountability, and the weekly review is your dedicated time to just check in with yourself. What worked this week, what didn't, and, maybe most importantly, what small win can you celebrate? This little practice is what keeps you engaged and moving forward.
From a spiritual viewpoint, this whole idea of support connects directly to the power of fellowship. Sharing your journey with a community, practicing gratitude, these things can remind you that renewal comes from both your own discipline and also from support that's greater than yourself.
So, let's bring it all together. We've just walked through a complete 3-step journey from feeling overwhelmed to feeling empowered. This is your path forward.
Just remember these 3 action words: identify, strategize, and support. First, you get clear on what's wrong. Second, you build practical habits to cope. And third, you surround yourself with the strength of community. That is the core of this entire workshop, right there.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Don't wait. Decide right now what is one small win, no matter how tiny, that you will celebrate this week. Because that little step, that is exactly where real, lasting change begins.